Hello there. Today I'll be sharing with you a tool that is called Pixton. Pixton is a website that allows students to create comics, or if you want to refer to them as graphic novels. And not only are they allowed to create them, but it allows them to put themselves and people within their class into their comic. Now, this is the first page that when you first go to Pixton that you see. They really sell themselves. Comics make writing. Pixton makes it fun. It's useful on any platform, both Apple, Android, Windows. They have different content packs, which we will get to in just a minute. All right, and we'll talk about some of the other features here after I log in. So I'm going to log in. And I'm going to sign in with Google. I'm going to use my Georgia Southern email to log in. All right, and you can see when you first log in as a teacher, you have the ability to make classes very similar to Google Classroom. And with this class, I created a code or a link that I will be posting on this discussion that if you want to see what it looks like from a student point of view, you can follow that link and you will become part of this class that I have created. If I go to view class, right now there's nobody in here. I can look at a class photo. If people join my class and they create their avatars, right, it will populate a classroom photo. Right now there's just my funky avatar, right, as the teacher. The teacher will always be the tallest person in the class photo. You can print your class photo off to use in classroom decorations or whatever. Now, first thing other than that, right, we're going to move to the content packs. Now they have reorganized this since I have started. They have different content packs, reconciliation, 20,000 links under the sea. You can, if you're doing something on an airport, right? If you teach science, right, 7th grade, and you want to do something on cell biology, there's one on that. There's also different ones that if you are reading, say, Bud Not Buddy, you can purchase this content pack. Now, all content packs cost money. Usually they're between $13 to $15 if you just buy it at a regular price. I have actually become a member, and every month, $9.99 comes out of my account, and I get 1 credit per month. With that credit, I can unlock contents. I can pick one content pack to unlock per credit. If there's one that I want to purchase that I don't have a credit for, I can buy it for $9.99. Now that is with my work email. That is not obviously through this Georgia Southern email. You can buy a subscription, or your school can purchase a license where you have access to all of the content packs, both the ones that are here now and the ones that they are going to be releasing later for about $99 a license. Currently, I'm trying to convince the powers that be to purchase licenses for teachers. Not only does this help with, say, my science content standard, but it also helps with students' literacy, which is one of my school's goals is to increase our student literacy. I did this as a project for the water cycle. There's a water cycle content pack, and I had students that didn't normally work, were working extremely hard, and were very successful on that project. If you purchase anything, you can look at them under my content packs. These are the ones they get for free. They're really pushing this dinosaurs line. I've gotten probably 5 emails just on that one alone. If you go to my comics, right, this is the fun part about it. So I always start with 2 truths and a lie. It is not for a grade. It's just the students first log into Pixton. First thing they do is create their avatar, and then they create a comic where they have to tell me or the audience 2 truths about themselves and 1 lie. And they have to both tell those things and then reveal which one is the two truths and which one is the lie. So I'm going to just create this new comic. I'm just going to call it an example. All right, so when you first start from scratch, this is what it looks like. right? We start off with our background, and right here, these are all the backgrounds that I have available for my specific comic strip. Notice the ones with the locks. I do not have access to those, but if I like that, it's like, oh, this is the content pack. This is what you can purchase, right, in order to have access to that. So if I want to be in a courtroom, which is what a lot of my students did with Two Truths and a Lie, there, I have my courtroom. That's my background. I can make it the daytime. I can make it kind of a twilight, or if I want it to be at night and the windows are closed, right? If we want to add in any, if I had the water cycle, we can add it snowing inside if we want. Add these special effects if you want. Doesn't matter that it's inside. So let's change it back to the daylight so we can see what's going on. So when it comes to characters, this is where students have the most fun and where you will get students kind of talking to each other across the room. If you have a class, the first thing that's going to pop up is students within your class. And every student that is part of the class will be available for you to use within your comic. So right now it's just me, so I just click on me, right? And it automatically just puts me there. Now, say I don't like the outfit that I currently have on. I want to change it. I don't look dressy enough to be in a courtroom. So I'm going to come down here, and I am just going to decide I want to wear that. So I have changed my attire. My hat is still on. All right, these are all the things that are locked. If I really like that dress, I have to purchase Cinderella Around the World, which is a fairly new content pack, for those that are wondering. So if I can edit my character, oh, I was going to try to take the hat off. So if I want to add a character, right, these are just people that Pixton adds in for you. So I'm going to add in just that person. I'm going to leave their outfit as it is. I'm going to add one more character. We'll add this gentleman. Excuse me. So now that we have 3 characters in, all right, let's change our focus. How do I want my characters to be standing? Do I want them sitting like so? Do I want us walking? This person is very angry. We're just leaving. I'm walking out. All right. Do I want us in our original face-to-face? Now, say I don't like me being on this side. I can shift me over here. Right, now, of course, my body language is all sorts of wrong. Sorry, I've been fighting a cough all week. But notice that our eyes have changed direction. That is a pretty awesome feature that I like. It even works with the eyes. So, adding our words, right? So, I want to say, would you like to play a game? Right? So that is what I feel like saying. This lady is going to say, I don't care for games, but why not? And then our last gentleman, he's excited. He's going to say, I'm in. And he's not going to just regularly speech it. He is going to shout it. And so when he shouts it, right, it looks quite different. Now, in order for it to progressively make sense, I'm going to shift us back to where we were. And it's going to think, and it is going to shift the thought bubbles as well. I can also change my character's faces, right? This guy's excited, so we want him to look excited. So he's super happy, right? And that's low, right? Looks kind of creepy, I know, right? So we're going to change this person's face. She's just kind of smug, not super excited. Let's see. Can we find, oh, they're locked. So we'll keep her, she's kind of raising her eyebrow. And then I am excited about playing the game. So we're going to do that. So we have added words, changed our outfits. Now we can strike a pose, right? So I'm being dramatic. You guys want to play a game? This gentleman, he is very excited. So we can change him to being either here, or maybe I don't like the way this is gonna look. Or maybe I do. Quite excited. This person, remember, she's not super excited, so we're gonna have her arms crossed, which you can barely see, but you do see it. So we have created our first slide. Yes, it's quite a bit of work, but the students are into it. They love it. If you want to duplicate this slide, just duplicate panel, right? And it will automatically just recreate this panel. So if all you want to do is keep everything the same, but just change what they're saying, you can do that. If you want to add a panel, you don't want to necessarily duplicate, it reverts back to just the original. You've got the same people, you've got the same background. I have no speech bubbles, I have no special words, faces, or actions. The only things that are the same are my background, characters, and my focus. If I want to change the background, it's easy as just one little click. Great thing about Pixton, you don't have to worry about hitting save every time. It's fantastic. I can click done. Right? Teachers can go in and read comics as students are working. It'll put the ones you haven't read up towards the top, and the ones that you have read will be down towards the bottom. A couple other neat features are the printables. I personally love these. I use my avatar. I have it up in my room all the time. You can change your outfit, right? We can be dabbing, jumping. I have this avatar on a poster saying that it's test day. I put this up in the classroom when it's been a rough day and we just need to take a couple deep breaths. These are all that we can use, and they are quite exciting. The kids love them. They like being able to print them off themselves, right? You can create speech bubbles, right? So if you print off your avatar and you want them saying something, you can print those off and put words in them. Voice levels, class expectations, right? Classroom supply labels if you want some. Character map. This kind of helps students get a grip or get a start on their stories. You can do a student printable. So if we view this class, there's nobody in there, but you can add or create your students are wearing a specific type of outfit. Say they're all at the beach. So some of your students are in scuba gear. Some of your students are in swimsuits, etc. I really enjoy this tool because it really gains the students' attention. It keeps their attention. It forces them to think about the steps in their writing, which helps with their literacy, but also ties it into the content that you are working with. So it really crosses so many different contents, and they're able to do so much, and their brain is working so hard, yet they're having so much fun. Very quickly, I will just show you, right, when we create our avatar, things that you can edit. And this is the first thing. You create your profile, you create the login. It is free to sign up. First thing you do is it'll pop up and it's like, let's create your avatar. Male or female, picking your skin tone, multiple options, picking your hair color. Yes, you can have bright hair color. Picking your hairstyle, all these different hairstyles. It's a plethora of them. Eye shape, sadly, there's only 4 options for eye shape. Eyebrows has more options than eye shape. Eye size, we can change if you want smaller eyes versus larger eyes. Your spacing between your eyes, your eye color, noses, nose shape, whether you want to wear glasses or not, your chin shape, face shape, your lips, only 2 sizes of lips, and you can change these at any time you want. I change mine quite regularly to keep my students on their toes. Ear shape, whether you want to be wearing earrings or not, details on your face, face lines, a lip color, hat or not, your facial expression, what you are wearing, how tall you are, and then finally your pose. So these are all the things that you can change with Pixton. I hope you enjoy. Follow the links included in the discussion if you're interested.